Okay, in this video, we'll see how to populate the data on the dashboard from the AJAX calls that we had done in the earlier video. So here are the methods that we had done in the dashboard controller. So total expenses, total incomes, and total transactions. And we can see that the data is already coming in the front end. Now let's populate this data in the dashboard. Okay, I have already created a CSS for the layout, so for the blocks. So I'll include the CSS in the separate file, and let's include it in the master layout. So if I go to resources static and CSS, let's create, okay, we already have style.css. Let's create dashboard.css here. I'll create a new CSS file that will be dashboard.css. Okay. Okay, and let's save this file. Since we already created this file, let's save this file. Okay, once we save this file, then let's go to the master layout and let's include this file. So we can see the style.css is included, and let's include dashboard.css as well. So this will be dashboard.css. So we have included these files. Now let's create the blocks in the dashboard layout. Okay, we have included the expense block here. And let's run this application. First we'll need to start the XAMPP server so that phpMyAdmin works and MySQL works. So once we save this, let's run the application. We can see our application has started on port 8080. So now let's go to localhost 8080 and we can see the dashboard here. Okay, we'll have more two blocks here. So let's add the other blocks. So this is the expenses block, and we go ahead and add income block. Okay, this will be for the total incomes. So if we save this and run this, stop and rerun, so we can see the total income block is also getting displayed. So if we go to inspect element and check the calls here, so we get total expenses, total transactions, and total incomes. Okay, total incomes are coming. So this is the JSON array that we are getting. And now let's create a block for total transactions here. So we'll add the block just below the transactions for total transactions. So I will upload this code on the Git. You can go ahead and download the code and comment if any query, if you have any query, you can put it in the comments. So if I go ahead now and run the application, then we can see 3 blocks here. And one will be for the total incomes, one will be for the total transactions, and one will be for the total expense. So this works perfectly fine now. So I'll remove the expense tracker word and I'll just keep it as dashboard. I'll save this code and I'll rerun the application. And you can see our application is running fine now.